here's my workstation. Just a small idea of what I'm going to be working with today. Sorry about my foot. But that is everything. Okay guys, so it is early and I decided that I wanted to do the video that show you guys how it is that I plan. It's a very rigorous and long process today only because I am backed up with a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't taken out of my incoming box or incoming stack of paperwork. Everything that is mail, everything that is in my kids' backpacks when they get home from school, everything. So let's begin. Get yourself a nice cup of coffee. You saw that I did. And let's begin, okay? So bear with me. This is going to be a long one. Okay, so to start off with, this is the enormous stack of incoming that I was talking about. Most of it is not what it looks like. A lot of it is, well, the bottom two parts are just clipboards that I have stuff clipboard onto. I keep that stuff in there on purpose, just so that I can sort through everything in an organized way. So the first thing that I did was, hello Piglet. This is my consulting buddy. He helps me with specific ideals and specific things that I need to focus on. Yes, I do. Anyway, so I'm gonna sit him over here. Basically, I just pick out some pens to work with. As you can see, I've got a ton of them. There's the gel pens, there's the friction pens and pencils. I have a small set of clickable mini ink joys, as well as these, the RSVP Pentel pens. I've got some other pens here, multicolor pens, highlighters, the gel highlighters. I like those too. I haven't used them often, but yes. And there are my Staedtlers, which I don't like keeping in the case. I like keeping them all together. So I picked out these because I like working with these the most. So these are all my stamps. Well, my stamp pads. Not all of them actually. The rest of them are in here in this pouch, which since they don't all fit, let me take out this tape, it's supposed to go in here, but since they don't all fit in here, I just keep most of them in there. And then I have my LG picture maker, mini picture maker. I have more stamps, glue, hot glue, these little ink pads from Target, some tape there, lots of different materials to help me get the job done, scissors, whiteout, all that stuff. So, oh, and these are those cute little UV Target little stationery stashes, the mini supply kit. Excuse me, it has everything you need in there: staples, scissors, hole punch, tape, stapler, all that good stuff, and sharpener. So I keep that in there too when I'm on the go. That helps. Now this thing here, it holds, and just used a label maker here. It says the Meticulous Mommy, my name, or soon to be name, and it just let me do this right, and it just holds all of my sticky notes. These here I already have marked down for what that I use them for. As you can see, I ran out of some on here, like the pink ones and the yellow ones, so I needed to buy a new one, and I did. So yeah, I use those to flag down certain pages that are going on. Like, say for instance, this is my bullet journal. Yeah, as you can see right here, that's what it's for. Yeah, this isn't even all of my sticky notes. Most of these I already have specifics labeled for. I just have what they're used for on the back. Gardening, lists. This one's for announcements. This one's weeklies, so I can do everything in the week. And just, yes, so many more. I love these little finger ones. They're so cute. You can get your emotions out with that. Target. I like using these for, you know, kind of administration to myself. Just random notes and stuff. And then there's more Target sticky notes. I love using those occasionally. But yes, that is my huge sticky note collection, and I keep them all in here. So I'm just gonna leave that open because as things are happening, I like to just put a sticky note on them and just go from there. I'm gonna get some coffee. That was good. Okay, so moving on. So the first thing that I do is I look at my bullet journal, and there's no specific page turning. I just know where it just opens where I need it to sometimes, which is pretty awesome. So if you looked at my video that shows you how I have this set up, it's pretty much the DIY fish insert setup. Well, it's inspired by that. Basically that was yesterday and the day before. I did pretty good. Got everything I wanted to done. Paid my rent on the 2nd, which I'm not really keen on, but it was a Sunday for the 1st, so yeah. But anyway, so this is today, and I just have this over the date so I know exactly what I'm doing or what's important on that day. It's Teacher Appreciation Week, so I have that I want to make my son's teacher a card, and as well as the help that they have too, because they're important to you know, everything that's going on in the school for him. So first thing I have is, well, I'm not going to go over this specifically because I'm going to do that in another video. If you guys want to see how it is that I've got it set up and how the monthlies and the weeklies and the dailies all work and coincide together, I will show you guys that. But for the meantime, I do already have a video posted of what I do and how I use this. So I've opened this up. I'm gonna set this aside next to Piglet so he can, you know, keep tabs on what's going on for me. And this is the next main thing that I use. When I get a phone call, this is the first thing I grab because it has an endless supply of sticky notes. And I have kind of just the administration pad that I had here. I just wrote down what every sticky note is for. Let's see, focus, okay. Hot pink is for myself, and that's talking about these flags over here. Personal, and then I have the regular pink is for school. The peach is for work. Yellow is for the Kingdom Hall, which is my which is service or church for most people. Yellow is important stuff. Green is for my son Miles. Blue is for my son Ryan, and purple is for my my daughter. I put purple, but I know it's for my daughter Alana. And then over here I just have the larger sticky notes, which is the blue, green, yellow, and pink. I use those for self-info is for pink, blue is for medical and dental, green is for financial, and yellow is for anything that has to do with the family. So I love using this. It's great because I can just write down anything, know where it's supposed to go, and just focus on that. Okay, and this thing over here, basically this houses stickers and more sticky notes and some washi tape and stuff. But the main thing that I carry it for is it holds the main stamps that I like to use. You may have seen this in the other video that I did for my bullet journal system. As you can see here, like for instance, I used it there for meals. I used it here for the phone calls that I get. And if you look behind here, there's a little clipboard right there. I use them a lot. I love these. That's to take out the trash, time my runs, weigh myself. I use them for a lot of different things. They're awesome. Anyway, so now getting to the nitty-gritty of it, I'm just going to write down some notes of things that are going to occur once I do start to reach in and grab all this paperwork. Now, these came out of my son's backpack. They're books that I'm supposed to read to him, such as this one. It's about the ocean. And since he's autistic, it's good for me to read to him, and the teachers are awesome because they love to supply these little books just to kind of help him with that. And I'm also putting all this stuff over here because I wanted to do a video for all the autistic moms and stuff out there and show them how he's improving, especially as far as his writing goes, because he was not writing like 4 months ago. He was not doing good in that department, but much more improved, especially with his teachers that help him so much. So I'm going to put this back over here, and let us begin this big monstrosity pile. Okay, so the first thing I have on here, it's a dental group that I wanted to look into for myself because my kids already have a dentist office. Basically, they have free whitening and just different stuff. I have insurance, but I wanted to look into this because not only that, but they provide transportation too, which is really cool. And yeah, definitely want to look into that. So the first thing I'm going to do is put this on a sticky note to remind myself to go ahead and call them. Okay, so I went on ahead and wrote that out on a sticky note. Nice sticky note. Yay. So I put that on there, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that on today for now. I don't have to do it today, but when I do it, I can go ahead and, you know, write it in my actual planner and then go ahead and make sure that it's notated there. Or a lot of times I'll just glue it in. Like for instance, I did glue this on here, but I left the flap up so that I could flap up and see, because if you notice, I have this on a blue sticky note is basically my son's lunches and snacks at school, so I know that I don't feed him the same thing over and over when he gets home. And I usually do it the same thing for my other son, but they didn't send home the lunches that they're going to be having this last month of school, so I'm kind of SOL in that department, but at least I do have my other sons. But my oldest son, he's severely autistic, so if I give him chicken nuggets, he really won't complain, especially if he's already had it at school. So I wrote that down. That is business. That is complete. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside, which will introduce you to this new folder here. This folder, I'm going to scoot this aside. This is the folder that I take with me. If you noticed in my What's in My Bag video, I take this everywhere with me if I'm on a business trip or something where I have to actually have information for my kids or myself or anything like that. So this in this folder pocket is just information that's not 100% necessary. It's just something I like to look at when I see it, when I open it. So so basically I would put this in my Handle the Matter section, because it is something that I do have as it's something I have in my planner, and it's something that I want to get done. So for instance, the Warren Center, I already got this done because I called to schedule an appointment for my daughter, because it's basically EIC or ECI, which is Early Childhood Intervention, and I already scheduled that appointment. So technically I could put this away, but I do want to keep it in here until I do get the packet they're sending me. So I'm going to leave that there for now. So I put that there, and it's in my Handling the Matter, so I know that I'm working on it basically, or I'm going to start working on it. And that's how I keep that flowing. Okay, the next thing is this was a lady who was basically helping my son in school. She gave me her card because she wanted to film my son while he was in school, just for, you know, educational purposes, so that she could show other people, or so that she could see what was done wrong or what was done right when it came time to teach my son. So I'm gonna put this in my address book. Basically, as far as that goes, let's see. That would be in my administration notes. So I'm going to set this aside up here and make room for my main planner, which is this big Franklin Covey here. At my administration notes, this used to be my main planner. Well, it is my main planner, but this used to be my sole planner. But now I just use it for administration because it was too much to try to keep up with everything in this planner. It was just, it screamed chaos. So I do keep up with it, but not with everything. I usually keep my main to-dos and such in here, stuff that I want to get done, because I still have all this in there. So it's stuff that I could be getting done throughout the week that I like to keep up with. And it just has a whole bunch of different little stickies that I created myself to remind myself of when important dates are coming up so that I can put it in my bullet journal. Sorry about the foot again. But yeah, so basically if I look down here, I've got my mini address book. And my mini address book, I love this thing. No, this is a funny picture of me looking kind of like Aunt Jemima. But anyway, so yeah, mini address book keeps all my contacts, hard contacts in there. Not important contacts because I have my phone for that. But this is stuff like this. Stuff where I know I've come into contact with that person and I don't want to keep a bunch of loose cards around. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this under my son's school. And I'm going to kind of just do this without showing you guys too much because I don't want you to see some of the numbers in here. So let's see, can I show you? Okay, this one's fine though because it just has Experian and Equifax because I did have some some credit issues that were going on where I had credit fraud. But this is my son's school, Farine Elementary, so that one doesn't matter too much for you to see, I guess. It's an elementary school. Anybody can look it up anyway, so whatever. So I'm just going to put this information on here. So now that's done. I have her here because I wanted to get the principal and the counselor first, which is why I put a little gap there, but I'll get those on there soon. Now I can just throw this away. Okay, so next I have this large pile of stuff that I had in my planner. It was in my personal planner. I will go through all of this another day because this is completely off the record. It's nothing that has to do with what's going to go in my well, it does, but it's a different subject. So I'm going to sit those aside completely for now. Handle those later. Now this is a sheet that I get when my son, Ryan, my youngest son, goes to school. Basically, it just tells me what happened throughout his day. For instance, it tells me what he's learning. It tells me what story they read at story time, how he did on his meals, if he picked at his food, if he ate well, or if he didn't eat. That's breakfast and lunch and snack. And how his health is, if he used the bathroom by himself, if he was tired, sleepy, or whatever. And just basically just information. And then there's notes from the parents to the teachers or teachers to the parents. Now with this, what I wanted to do is I wanted to basically white out these check marks and reprint this like 100 times because without the date obviously, because my son, my oldest son, he doesn't have anything like this. He'll go through his day and I have no idea what's going on except for what they put in his backpack, which sometimes is nothing. So I wanted to reprint this like 100 times for next year when they go to school, because my son Ryan, he'll be going to the same school as his older brother, and I don't want to not know what's going on throughout their day. It bugs me that I can't ask them because, you know, they won't talk to me because they can't talk specifically. So I want to be able to ask their teachers via note, something like this, where they can just go through the entire week and just, you know, leave little check marks here and there for different stuff. So I will take my handy dandy white out, and I'm just going to white those little check marks out as well as the date. Now I'm just going to add a couple of embellishments to make it a little bit more functional for me. Well, everyone, I'm officially out of whiteout. I had just dyed a little inside. and I was right in the middle of writing out the vocabulary words. Sad to say, this has got to go. So what's next on the list? Okay, I have a letter in which I need to basically send in to get my transcripts from high school because I lost them a while ago. But we recently changed addresses, as you guys know, if you guys keep up with my vlog stuff on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is just grab one of my sticky notes. This one is for school. I love these, they're so cute. But I'm going to go ahead and write out one to put on here. Now, from what I recall about this, I needed to get a copy of my ID and put it in here, and I need to change the address on here because it's not the same. So I put a sticky note on there to remind myself that I need to get those things before I can actually send this out, because I already have a stamp, I just need to change the address. In addition to that, I've also written a sticky note so that I can put it on my bullet journals, list of things to do, so that I can remember that that is in there for me to go ahead and get done. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in my Handle Matters folder. So scoot these over. Handle Matters, got incoming, Handle Matters, archive, and outgoing. So, as you can see from before, I have the card here. I can just stick this behind there so that I know which ones are which, and they're in order. Just the dental and the copy of the ID. So, I'm gonna close that up because that is ready to go. Okay, so the next thing I have is this big bunch of rewards codes for buying DVDs that I am going to make a list for in my my bullet journal. So I'm going to make a sticky note for that as well. So I went ahead and took the liberty of creating a sticky note for this, and since it's not an immediate concern for myself, I'm going to go ahead and just stick it in my brain dump of my bullet journal, because it's not 100% necessary that I get it done right away. So I'm just going to stick this right here, and it'll be safe there without any problems. And I remind myself to look into it every day because, okay, for the tabbies that I have up here, all the yellow ones I want to look at every single day. And for the pink ones, those are all fun stuff. Let me see if I can, see if I can get it to focus. Okay. But I know it's hard to see, but TV shows, movies, books, brain dump, monthly, yearly, anything green is financial. Gosh, you can't really see that, can you? Well, anyway, financial, green, yellow, look at every day. Purple is kids stuff, and blue is doctor stuff, but there's no blue yet because I haven't done anything specific to health in here, which I'm going to be doing something like that pretty soon. Anyway, so yeah, that'll be in my brain dump, and for the time being, I'm just going to go ahead and take these, and they're already paper clipped together, and I'm going to put them in my Handle Matters as well, because they don't have to go anywhere except okay, so I can just leave that there and know where it is and when to go ahead and do that. So I'll close that back and move on to the next. Here I just have some magazine clippings of just different things I either want to put in my diary or in my bullet journal. The cartoons are what I want, not the words. I thought they were cute. This one altogether I do like though. Read more, lose weight, get in shape, spend less, save money, better grades, all stuff that anybody can relate to, right? So I'm just gonna put these in my scrapbooking stuff, which I have moved to over here. I'm just gonna stick those in there. That way I can use them for planner stuff or scrapbooking, whatever. Okay, so next I have just something that I got from my youngest son's school. Just early childhood goal setting tools. Something they want you to learn to do for your kids as well. So it's, you know, becomes a habit for both of you. So I'm just gonna stick this in my magazine pile, which I'm going to now move up here. Put that there. Okay, so next, another piece of reading material from the schools. Basically learning playtime, how to share, how to, you know, socialize basically, which is really important for an autistic kid, is to learn how to socialize. So I'm going to put that up there as well. All my reading materials. And this is a coloring book that I bought for my kiddos, well, for the boys. They haven't really used it at all. So my next step is to try to get them to, you know, do different coloring activities like this. I'm going to just set that up there because it's not 100% necessary. So let's see, this is another thing I was going to consider looking into, but as you can see, it's already passed. It's already past April 30th, but that's when it begins. But I wanted to call and look into it because I don't know if there's special needs kids, like if they even accept special needs children. So I'm just going to call and see if they do. So I just went on ahead and I took sticky notes that pertain to the son that, you know, this was from or for. And I just put a sticky note on that, and I'm going to put that in my Handle the Matter section as well. And I also made a sticky note so I can put it in my bullet journal to remind myself that I need to do that. So I'm just going to stick that in there as well, which I'm not going to get that till tomorrow. As you can see, the sun is almost set. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but it is almost set. So, let me see. So what I'll do is I will put this on tomorrow. Saturday, but tomorrow. So, it's hard to do this one-handed, but got it done. So that's on there for tomorrow, which I'm gonna move these all over to tomorrow probably since it's almost the end of the day. But I'm just gonna leave them there for now. So let's see what we have next is, those are my taxes. So I'm gonna put these in an envelope. Okay, so I took one of those manila envelopes I think everybody has. I took one of these and I put my taxes in there, signed them. I've got everything ready. I just need a stamp, and I'm going to have to find out which IRS building is close to me, get the address, and send it in. So since this is kind of a top priority, since it is already May, I'm gonna stick this right here on top. So I know that is something I need to do immediately. So I went on ahead and created a green sticky note for it being money related, and I am going to stick that in my bujo as well. I'm just gonna put it right here. And so when I'm going over and going through everything, I can pick out a day to do everything that's on here that I've created. So fun there. Okay, and this is an application for an employee identification number, and that's for my business. So I'm going to put a sticky note that goes into my work planner for that. Okay, so I have my Meticulous Mommy, which is my business. I have these are sticky notes specific to that. Here is my Meticulous Mommy work planner. And I'm just going to stick this sticky note into here just to remind myself what I need to do. So I have this work section, and I can do a more in-depth video of what is in this planner. I'm so sorry, you guys, for all of the clearing my throatness. I know that has got to be driving some people crazy. This was last month. It was a pretty productive month for me, and this is this month. I just have a couple of things that I need to put on my May calendar, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip over to my weeklies. Last month, this is all last month. So this was supposed to be for last month, which is why it's blue, but I went on ahead and stamped it for today so that I could go ahead and move on. And I'm just gonna stick this here so that I know that that is something I want to get done between today and tomorrow. It shouldn't take but a snap to go ahead and fill it out, and then I can probably send it in tomorrow. So yeah, so that is my work planner. That is how that flows into everything. In addition to that, I am also going to write a sticky note here in the, oh, you can't see that because of the glare. Well, that orange one, it's basically for work. As you can see, well, peach is work. So I'm going to write one there. So I went on and wrote on that sticky note for this all to go in the same thing. So I'm going to put this in there as soon as I finish filling it out. And I've gone ahead and filled out what I needed for my work planner and created a sticky for my Bujo. So yay for that. Last but not least, I have my stickers here. It's a sticker book that I got, so I'm going to put this with my stationery stuff. And then lastly, I have these 3 phonics books that I want to do for my kids every time they get home, 1 page. So I'm going to stick this on with the papers that I have for my son. And then this is the end, guys. This is a clipboard that I have all of the daily things that I want to get done. And I just have a piece of acetate that I taped on here. And I got it from, it was, I'll think of the name in a second. But that is it, guys. Oh, I got it from Daiso. Big sheet. It's awesome. You can see that. There's a little welt right there. But anyway, so I finished that part. And now I'm going to go ahead and put all this stuff up. And I will see you guys in the next video just to go over how I am going to work all of this stuff into my schedule. So thank you for watching this half. I love you guys, and I hope that you guys have happy planning just like me. Bye.